What's going on, guys? This is MrTeej66's Movie Reviews. I am Mr. Teej. Today's movie is, as promised, Blade Runner 2049. Now, this movie, of course, has been getting a ton of hype. I mean, the reviews have been ecstatic. Some of them are calling it better than the original film, which I was like, that's a big statement to be making. So, I walked into this movie not really sure what to expect, and I came out, I can honestly say, this is one of the greatest sequels I have ever seen. This is on the level of, like, The Godfather 2, Terminator 2, Aliens, The Empire Strikes Back. It takes everything that was great about the first film and just builds on it and expands on it. Doesn't rehash. Some of the same ideas, but they're explored in even more detailed. So, absolutely. Let's put it this way. The movie ended. I sat there in stunned silence for about 30 seconds. I just could not believe what I just watched. Absolutely amazing. The plot, I'm not really going to give a plot synopsis this time. I'll just say Ryan Gosling plays a Blade Runner police detective who's also a replicant because now, that they have all kinds of jobs now. He finds evidence of a past crime and then he has to go and try to find Rick Deckard, played by Harrison Ford from the first film. And that's really all I want to say because the movie is just full of surprises. The acting in this movie was first rate all around. Ryan Gosling was amazing. He feels kind of off. There's something weird and, I don't know, not quite cold, kind of cold about him at times, but he is playing a robot, so it makes sense. He has a hologram, AI girlfriend. He basically, it's a hologram, basically, that he's falling in love with, and there's a fascinating relationship with her, and that reaches, I don't want to say anything else, but reaches kind of a tragic end. I won't say anything else and ruining it. Harrison Ford is also great. This guy is he's becoming the king of the old grumpy, veteran hero movies, or parts, so absolutely first rate. There's so many great moments where, there's so much going on his face. He just has a great face now. It's all beaten and weathered, and you can just tell he's seen so much. Robin Wright is also in the movie, playing Ryan Gosling's police lieutenant, I guess, and she's good for what she has to do. She's given a few nice moments. Jared Leto is the head of the corporation which is making the replicants. I forget the name of the company, but basically they took over for the Tyrell Corporation from the first film, and he actually only has 2 scenes, but he's very good in both of them. The pacing in this movie was also great. This is a very old-fashioned feeling movie. There's not a ton of hyperkinetic action sequences and, loud music on the soundtrack every second to, keep you from being bored. There's moments of silence, or long camera takes. It's just so wonderful. They want you to look at it and think about what you're seeing, and it's just so refreshing. I'm so tired of these hyperkinetic, balls-to-the-wall action movies which never stop and have no substance whatsoever. It's gotten so boring, and this movie is such a breath of fresh air. Thank God. The look of the movie is, of course, fantastic. I kind of knew, I saw the trailers, so I knew that going in, but man, the cinematography in this movie is beautiful. It's so artfully done. The use of shadow and color, it's a feast for the senses, and the first film was as well, and they definitely carried that through. The cinematographer is supposedly going to win an Oscar, they're saying, or the Oscar buzz, and he absolutely deserves it. I think this movie should be getting a Best Picture nomination, which probably won't happen, but, who knows. There's really not much action in the movie, too. If you're, spoiler warning, if you're looking for a ton of action, you're not going to get it here. There's some, but this is more of a drama. This is more, more of a thinking person movie, which is great. The movie is beautifully operatic. It's just everything from the acting to the music is it's bigger than life. It's it really feels like an opera. It really feels like they should be singing, which, the first film had that too. So it's got nice continuity with the first film in style and tone. My brain was buzzing by the end of this movie. There is so much to think about. There's so many ideas about identity and the nature of the soul and memories, but it never feels ham-fisted or preachy or over the top. It's done in the context of the story. And let's put it this way. By the end of this movie, I sat there in stunned silence for about 30 seconds. I could not believe what I just watched. It was mind-blowing. Is it better than the first film? That's a hard one. I'm not really sure. You know, the first film was such a breakthrough in every way. You know, it changed the look of sci-fi movies forever. So, and I've seen it, you know, so many times I've lost count. You know, I've obviously only seen this movie once, so it's kind of hard to tell. So I'm going to hold off on judgment on that until I watch this movie a couple more times. But I think it's damn near equal to the first film in terms of content and, you know, style. Absolutely. The only big flaws I had with the film were, it's a little long. It's 2 hours and 45 minutes plus credits, and it's a little bit of a sit. I did check my watch a couple times, not because I was hating it, but, you know, it feels a tad bit long. I think that maybe they could have chopped out maybe 10 or 15 minutes. I thought it would have been much better. Would have been better. Not that it's really that bad anyway. There's also a part where, without giving anything away, like, a character basically, he finds out information that he shouldn't know, and I was very confused. I'm like, okay, how did he know that information? I have no idea, you know. Few little things here and there which don't add up, but for the most part, the story is followable, and I got pretty much everything about it. You know, this movie is going to have insane rewatchability. You know, as I'm recording this, unfortunately, the box office has been very bad. It's been like $30 million, which isn't that impressive of an opening weekend. But then again, the first film also did not do very well at the box office, and look what that happened to that. So I really think this movie's going to play a lot better on home video when people can really study it, because it is a movie made to be studied and looked at and thought, and, you know, have intellectual discussions about it. But if I had to give it a rating, I would probably give it, probably a 9.5. I was blown away with this movie, you know, just wow. Boom, this director is he is a talent. I haven't seen anything else he's done, but I'm going to be putting some of his movies on my Netflix queue for sure. But anyway, that's my review. This is MrTeej66, and I will see you next time.